everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am recommending some paranormal and supernatural books. So like every October, I recommend a few Halloweenish themed books, and obviously I do a paranormal and supernatural one. So I have 6 books to recommend you guys for this video, and I have a variety of YA and adult stuff. So yeah, I also have my skeleton earrings and they are just super cute. I love them. Like, they're so festive. I don't even know. And I have orange lipstick on. I'm feeling very, very Halloweenish today. The first book I actually don't have a physical copy of, and that is the Titan series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The first book is The Return, and this is actually a spin-off of the Covenant series. You don't need to read that series first. Like, the first book is Half-Blood. You don't need to read that series first to read this one. However, some characters do appear, and if you want more backstory on the main character in here, you might want to read that other series. But for some adult paranormal, this one's adult / new adult, whereas the Covenant series is YA. So if you do want something a little bit more mature, I would recommend this one. And this follows Seth, who is a god, and he gets a job from Apollo to look after someone named Josie, and he basically has to keep an eye on her and protect her, and she has no idea what's going on. She doesn't understand anything. She is not familiar with his world and all of that. If you love like Greek mythology and like any kind of paranormal romance, I think you'll definitely like this book. I really do like this series. There are 4 books. I think also if you love the Half-Blood series and you are hesitant to read the spin-off series, I say go for it, especially if you love Seth. I did not like Seth in the Covenant series. I actually hated him in that series. But I love him in his own series. I love him with Josie. I think they are adorable together. Definitely really enjoyed the series. The last book broke my heart anyways. The next one that I have to recommend is the Lords of the Underworld series by Gina Showalter. It's been a while since I read this, so I can't remember if this also features gods. I think it does. Yes, it does. Okay, so this is Darkest Night, and I do have the second book, which is The Darkest Kiss. And yeah, these feature like gods and stuff. I do think that they have like other paranormal creatures, I think. Been a while since I've read these. It hasn't even been that long since I read them, but I feel like I read so many other books, it's hard to keep up. If you really like Cressley Cole's Immortals After Dark series, you will enjoy this. They're very similar, aside that these are about gods and that other series is about like werewolves and vampires. I really don't remember a lot about this book. Wow. Okay, so she goes to Budapest to talk to these men that will help her understand her supernatural abilities more, and she meets a guy there named Maddox. I really, wow, why am I blanking on this? It's been a really long time. Anyways, if you do want a new paranormal series to binge, I highly recommend these. I believe there's like at least 10 books out in this series, so I'm slowly going through them. Clearly I forget a lot about them and I should have read more of them back to back. I do totally recommend this if you love paranormal romance. Next I have to recommend is Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. A lot of you have probably already read this. If you haven't, you should. It is a great YA paranormal romance. It is basically about these teens who are the children of fallen angels, and their task on Earth is to fulfill their like parents' sin. So like, you know how like there's the 7 deadly sins? This is what it's kind of based on. And there's this girl named Anna who is very sweet and wholesome, and she is drawn to Caden, who is basically the total opposite of her. He is such a bad boy, and they obviously fall in love, and that causes a lot of drama for their parents and all of this stuff. It's really great paranormal romance, great series. There are 3 books in the initial trilogy, and then there's a 4th book in Caden's POV. So yeah, I do recommend it if you haven't read it yet. It's a great Halloween read. Also, I'm sorry if I have recommended these before. I feel like I haven't. I try to rewatch my old recommendation videos to see if I have mentioned them before. I don't think I've mentioned any of these before, but if I have, I'm sorry. It's hard to keep track of all the recommendation videos I do. Next is The Stars Never Rise by Rachel Vincent. This book was a complete surprise for me. It was like a bargain book. I think I got it for like $6 or something. I had heard that this was kind of like City of Bones, which is very accurate. It is more also kind of like a dystopian or post-apocalyptic kind of. I know it is a duology. I gave it 4 stars, but I just didn't really feel the will to continue. But I did really enjoy this book. Like, it really surprised me. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It basically is like this society where like demons run the world kind of now, and this main character, Nina, her sister, ends up pregnant, and she tries to protect her sister because apparently I think they make you like give up your children, or like you'll pay for your sins from the church. So it's kind of like a weird, it's basically taking like religion mixed with like paranormal, mixed with like post-apocalyptic, like dystopian. It's so weird, but it's like, it's not like religious. It's like it takes the fundamentals of religion, like the church, the like nuns, and all of that. But it's like, it's not really religious because the church is like run by demons or whatever. It's very weird and different and very unique. And I think if you like City of Bones meets Divergent, maybe, I feel like honestly it's kind of like that. It's like City of Bones meets Divergent. And I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I think if you like paranormal, you should check it out. There is also a really great romance in here. I really enjoyed the romance between Nina and Finn. Yeah, I recommend it. Next is White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the first book in the Dark Elements series, which I'm pretty sure I have recommended before, but I'm recommending it again because it's so great. If you love paranormal romance, you will love this. It has great paranormal aspect. It has a great romance aspect. I love this trilogy so much. It's just fabulous. Book 1 and book 3 are my favorite. We all know why. And this is about Layla, she's half demon, half gargoyle, and she's just trying to live like a normal life with other gargoyles. She's like living with a bunch of them in like this house. Layla's crushing on this guy who's her best friend, but she has a secret where when she kisses someone, she basically like takes part of their soul. And then she meets Roth, who is a mysterious bad boy, and he basically gets her into a bunch of trouble, and they fall in love, and it's super cute. And I really loved it. And yeah, I think honestly Jennifer L. Armentrout does amazing paranormal books. I wish she did more because they are so good. They are so good. And the last book that I have to recommend is Black City by Elizabeth Richards. And this is kind of like Twilight meets The Hunger Games. Like, it's very weird. It is dystopian meets paranormal. So this follows our main character, who is a human, and she's the daughter of a government official. My camera died, so if I'm at a weird angle, it's because of that. I think I was more here. I don't know, whatever. The main character falls in love with what they call a darkling, which is kind of like half human, half vampire. Like, it's weird. They like live off blood, but they're not called vampires. They're called like half-blood darkling boy. What is that? And yeah, it's in like a dystopian society where they just live amongst each other, and there's somewhat of a forbidden romance in here because she's obviously tied with the government, and he is basically like considered like the low class, really. I really did enjoy this trilogy. I have to say this series ended very weird. Like, I don't really remember how it ended, to be honest. I feel like it ended very like unsettling, you know? I don't know, but I did enjoy the trilogy, and if you want something different, I totally recommend it. So those were all of my paranormal / supernatural recommendations for this year. I feel like I haven't been reading very much paranormal, so if you have any really good ones that I haven't read yet, or that are new to the scene that you think I should check out, please let me know down below, because I really do miss reading paranormal and I really do need to get back into it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!